Good morning, is it from Zesters Lab? Well, I have now officially lost my mind and came to my senses. And let's think about that. It sounds terrible, but you know what? For an artistic person, a creative person, actually, for every single person, you got to get to that point where you've lost your mind and came to your senses. What are you feeling? What is your heart telling me? Where is your excitement? What makes you come alive? All of those things, it comes from your senses and not your mind. Our mind overthinks, tells us we cannot, tells us we're not good enough, and blah, blah, blah. So now I've left my mind behind and I am now just going with the flow. So I must admit I didn't think yesterday I had enough of the books. I thought, this is it. I am now fed up. I made enough books. And until I went to the shops, bought some hormone pills, and when I came back, I saw the little box that the pills came in, and I thought, oh my goodness, that will make a very, very cute little book. So I immediately cut the box and made the last of my slow stitching, of machine stitch cloths, scroll. I just glued it on, add some signatures, made that again, same. Remember my others? I gave one as a present to my precious friend. She loves it, so voila. I mean, as I said, I've now lost my mind. I see a little box and I see a book. Really? A gratitude journal. It is just amazing how your life changes as soon as you start to learn something new. I remember when I started my art journey and I did the canvas with the acrylics and whatever. The friend that came to help me, she said, your whole life is going to change. You're going to see and look at everything differently. A tree ain't no longer just brown and green. You're going to see all different shades, all different shapes. And yes, exactly. So that is my whole life changed when I started my art journey. And now when my craft journey has now started, now I see everything differently. I mean, I cannot throw a little box away because it can become a little book. I mean, really? I said I've lost my mind. You are totally correct. So then I remember the box in my previous video that I showed you how to create these half things. This was the box. So last night before bed, I thought, oh, I actually found these. My hand-dyed eco whatever, the leaves. I found it and I thought, oh, that's going to look beautiful. So I started gluing it on the box. And this morning I started to glue music seed sheets in the box. But guess what? Now I need to make the signatures, the little books inside. And that's when I realized something shocking. I don't have any more extra Gelli Plate prints left. I've used everything. I am now actually at the point where my papers are becoming a little bit too little, not enough. And I really do not have enough nice papers to make my signatures. So I will need to dye more cloths and make more Gelli Plate prints and whatever. So I am now, you will not believe this, I've actually thought I'm going to try and make my own paper. I've never done it. Most of you, I'm sure, did. I didn't. So this morning I jumped up. I could not wait any longer, and I decided this is the day for my Gelli Plate printing. And now I forgot I forgot my plants outside again, so I'll have to go and fetch that. But I went and plucked it, and then I started playing with the dog, and I forgot to bring them up, and now I'm ready to roll without my plants. But now I've lost my train of thought. What was I telling? Oh, the paper making. So I've kept lots of these egg boxes. Kept them one side because I had this idea in my mind. I saw it somewhere and I thought I'm gonna try it. But you know, life happens and I forgot about it. And then from last night, I was watching YouTube videos how to make your own paper and things. So this morning I jumped out of bed, put those cartons in water. So tomorrow I am making paper. I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but I'm going to do it. Just do it. You know, that's the thing. Just do it. So I also had a kind of panic attack this morning. I lost my phone in this little room of mine, and it's always on silent, so it's not going to help to phone. So I actually had to look for about 10 minutes to get my phone, and at the end it was between the papers that I had to find so that I can start my Gelli Plate printing, because now I need paper again. So all the books that I bought at the charity shops and that I have and that I found, I went and I looked through them and I just tore out some nice pages, nice thick pages. So I tore out a lot. So I am ready to roll. Look at all my papers for my Gelli Plate prints. Because another thing I've also found out, I am learning every day new things with these journal making. So I found out, you know, this is a big one, so you need A4 pages. But this page is now wonderful. It's out of that large book of mine. But my rest, lots of these little books, is more A5 than A4. So that is half an A4. So what now? But now I've learned what I can do. You just put lots of them together. Let's say 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. You take a piece of cloth and you just stitch them together like that. And then you have a beautiful little book. So now I have no problem to just make smaller gel plate prints, because I don't need two like this that makes a signature. I can just use one, and then when I make my signatures, I can just sew them together. Isn't that awesome? So yesterday I went to the charity shop and I bought some paper, these ones. I didn't buy it last week. I thought I don't like the color. And then this week they were still there and I thought, you know what, I can really use this. Really, I am just going to dye them. I'm going to rust them. I mean, can you imagine if I use that rust method, and I'm sure they're going to look lovely. The colors are going to change, and so that is fine. So one I did cut up in pieces was this color. I thought this is good enough for my books. It's not too bright or something, I'll be able to use them for the Gelli Plate prints. I also tore some cloth, so I am going this morning. I will do a couple of Gelli Plate prints with you, but I think I am just going to print. I hope I can remember. I haven't done it in a long way. But remember when I started it, I said I've lost my mind and found my... I've lost my mind and came to my senses. Well, I was looking through my papers and stuff and I read the following. The art of creation is not entirely a rational and conscious one. Isn't that awesome? That's so true. It's not the art of creation. The art of creation is not entirely a rational and conscious one. So you need to become unconscious. Conscious of no longer conscious of your mind and thinking, and you need to become unconscious. Lose your mind. So that is just a confirmation. Learn to wish. This is just awesome. I just found a couple of them that I cut out. Learn to wish that everything should come to pass exactly as it does. So make peace with your journey. Start where you are, where you find yourself, and just start to be present and learn to enjoy your day. As I said, this is my day. That's all I have is now. Always just now. So I can just as well enjoy it. I can either sit and moan and groan or worry about the future and drag my past in, or I can just enjoy it. It's much better and easier to just enjoy it. So now I want to go and get my plants and I want to stop my video, but you know me. I'm not 100% sure that I will press the right buttons. So let me just start. Okay, so I don't have my plants here, but I thought I want to make a couple with a stencil. So let's just start. So I'm gonna go always for my orange. So I've got my acrylic paints here. Oh, acrylic paint. I'm going to take a little bit of green as well. I haven't Gelli Plate printed in months. I just hope my doggy, Charlie Chaplin, will leave my papers alone, because I will have to put them somewhere. I desperately need to make to renew my Gelli Plate, to make a new one, because it is really kind of... I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me just do it. As I said, I want to use this in my journals. And I just want to see how they are gonna come out. So there it is. That's it. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. You see, it's not something spectacular. It's just something that's gonna look beautiful in a journal. So I'm just gonna continue. Add more color here, make a different one. I have this beautiful one. I am gonna put this on. Now look at that beautiful paper. that I found in a book. So once again, it's those books that you found that my mother and them had. You know, nobody look at them anymore. I'm just pulling this off, trying to find a space for it, and then I'm just gonna see. I've never used stencils before on my Gelli Plate prints as well, so it's a new thing for me. Good enough? Absolutely good enough. If you think this is going to become part of my little signature, my book thing inside, I love it. I'm going to try and pull off another one. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted. I just want beautiful prints that I can just use in my journals. And as I said, I cannot believe I used up all my Gelli Plate prints. I had so many. It was absolutely crazy. And now I'm just pushing this . So if you're what to do, I had that question, what to do with all your Gelli Plate prints? Start to make gratitude journals. So with the paper making, I really just want to find out. Okay, this is very crazy, but still I can use that as a base, as I'm saying. Look at that, even that, you know, just a little hint of something. Just to look what's happening. So what am I doing? I am just playing. I am just playing. I'm just making marks on paper, on my Gelli Plate. I am now doing a little bit of black. I don't know. But I really need my plants now. So I am now gonna pause this, and if this is the end, then there will be a part 2. So if you come to this part and I don't continue, then I will be making a part 2 with Gelli Plate printing with my flowers. So now I've showed you Gelli Plate printing with stencils. But as I said, let's just make another stencil. Just look there, there's just a flower. I'm just going to make another stencil just to, that I can say, okay, this is all about Gelli Plate printing with stencils and making marks. Okay, this is Look there. There is now the first print. I'm going to keep it like that. Now I'm going to pull this thing off. And let's just see. I'm going to just put another paper on. And now on these papers like this one, I will now put another print. When that is dry and I see, then I will do this kind of thing. I will now do on that print when that is dry. Very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, you cannot really see it, but it's actually, as I said, I can tear this up. I can do whatever I want. I'm just going to put some brown on. This is a very funny color, but I thought I'm going to get my funny colors to see what is going to happen here. And there's also kind of thick patches. So there is that. I am now gonna pause. It worked. It worked. I pushed the right button. So here it is. I've got my plants, some ferns, some beautiful lavenders. So I am just going to put, I absolutely love the roots. Love to do the roots. So I am just pressing. Let me just clean my thing. I am pressing that on there. Oh, not too. Don't want to break my jelly plate further. It is really, so this is just the first one. Now you take this off. And the color are very, very funny. As I said, I'm going to try everything here and see what's going to work. So you're actually supposed to let this dry. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Oh. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Goodness, you can use this as the start of a beautiful painting. Look at that. I'm gonna go with orange on this again, lightly, and see if I can keep some of the marks on. Then I'm gonna take a couple of my lavenders. And let's do it on this one and see if something's gonna happen. Oh, remember I bought that black paper. Oh, I need to find that and then just do this press thing. Not really fantastic, but I'm just playing. I am just making some marks. And then on this I will do my thing and play and put it in my journals. I just needed, once again, just a little bit of color. What is this? There are some thick pieces in my paints. So I'm getting different colors. I'm gonna put some yellow on. Do I have, oh, I don't think I want to use that sharp palette knife. So what are you been up to? What are you creating that's blowing your hair back? As I said, this was not my plan today, but oopsie. I ran out of nice papers. Much nicer to create your own colorful paper and paper with marks on. So there is my lavenders, the first one, and I am also not going to line them up. So I'm just gonna take another piece of paper. So that is just another kind of background for something. Let's see. Let's go for a purple. Purple with a green. It is lavenders. I'm running out of space. I'm gonna do it on this one again. But I actually, no. I need to do it on a dark. Now it's just some more color, and I am just playing, just going on to my making some beautiful marks there. So you see, now you're supposed to let this dry a little bit before you add more things. I don't feel like it. I'm just you can see that is actually very interesting. If you think you put this in your book, I'm going to keep it like that. As I said, I'm going to try this one. Marks more than perfect prints. So, oh, you see, here it's coming. Here it's coming. It's more the yellow and then the lavender purple. So when this dries, you get another feeling. You get another feeling. Okay, here's my white. And I'm actually supposed to clean that. I'm gonna add some white. And then I'm gonna add this. Hey. I'm playing. I am playing. I have no idea what's happening. So this is very interesting. Look at the colors that's now coming out there. This is funny. Let me see, what do I have here that's very... I'm gonna go with this one and just gonna add this on top. Okay, you cannot really see anything here, but still, remember, in your book, you use it as a collage or whatever you want. I'm going to throw these things now in water. Okay, let's do this. Right, so there's going to be a very, very white flower coming out there. There you have it. So you can do many, many things, and then you just add the white flower. I'm taking this now off. This is not really gonna do a lot now because still lots. Putting that in water. I'm gonna put this one skew there with a little thing going over that one. This is now the second layer that you are just adding more things on. Now look at that. As I said, that piece, you can use that piece in your journals. I am learning so many things. Oh, look at the beautiful marks that I now have here. I'm just throwing my stencils in water. But look at these beautiful marks. Let me see. I'm gonna go on this. Ordinary paper out of books. I'm just making sure they're nice and strong for my journal. But on the other hand, oh, look at this, look at this. Oh, it's like an old vintage wall. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. That I absolutely love. That makes me excited. Really, really excited. Now I lost my train of thought again. But now I'm starting to get excited, getting the hang of this. As I said, but now I've put my things in the water. Any more leaves? Oops. Some beautiful leaves. This is a little bit, oh, I'm going to take this off. It's a little bit hard, the stem. You know what, I've messed it up. My Gelli Plate many times previously. So let's see, what can I do? I'm just going to go for this because I just want to cover that. So there you can see that things are coming through. Now I'm taking off the leaves. Oh yes, remember what I told you. I want to press, so this leaf is now full of beautiful, beautiful paint. So I'm going to press them onto a piece of ordinary, beautiful paper. I'm just going to do that. Just for a beautiful effect. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous. Look, isn't that beautiful? So how easy is this? I mean, so even if all of this is not beautiful, this to me is just absolutely gorgeous. So that is how you do it. You just continue, you just play, you become like a child. No preconceived ideas. Don't get discouraged when they're not beautiful or whatever. Have no preconceived ideas. Just play. As I said, I can use this for anything. I'm gonna go for, no, I'm gonna, oh, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, but I don't know if I'll get a very good print of this. I actually need some water. I don't know where my little spray bottle. This is it, but now I here is my water. So in between the slow stitching, my sewing machine, the art, so I am finding out that if you find out that you're an art and craft person, then your workspace is becoming absolutely crazy. And you cannot put anything away. As I said, when I am now going to do my signatures, I will have to sew them. So then I need my sewing machine. And then, so this is once again, just look at that. It's just gorgeous color, just all over the place. I love my orange and my browns and my yellow. So I am just putting them here again. And I am going to, I think, for another print with this. There's the roots. I have my roots and I have some fern. I'm just building my own fern, and now I am will have to make another print, but look at this. As I said, think how you can use it now. Okay, another thing that you need to remember when you do the plants, it's a very good thing if you use roots to wash them before, because now I have lots of sand on my Gelli Plate. I'm gonna go for this, perhaps, who knows. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Love you lots, is it from Zetster's Lab, and if I can, you can. And this is my journey. Oh my goodness, isn't that just beautiful? On the yellow, there you can see the sand, but it's on the yellow. I am going to add a little bit of orange over here, very little, and then I'm gonna put my leaves with the side look at that. The leaves, remember my leaves, they were still full of paint. Oh my goodness, I can see this in a little book. Isn't this gorgeous? You see, that's where paper makes a huge thing. This is very, very old book. Die Kleine Johannes of something. It's in Netherlands or I don't know what. So this is very, very old, nice paper. And now that is the idea that you get. So when I make my journals, that is what I absolutely love. So this is again the nice paper. I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna get off here. Because my journals, to me, it's more about the paper and the colors and the feel and oh, I just love it. Once again, look at that. The paper do the thing. So if you have a little journal this size, and this is the beautiful little piece of paper that you have on a side, it's just priceless. So I am now adding some water on this thing to get the sand off, because I now have lots of sand. Okay, I can now just sweep them off very nicely with my... Okay, let's see. You see, this is now me. Now I want to play. I'm now starting to get bored with this. So I am now just splatting random black onto this jelly plate that is now wet. And now let's just see what happens. Let's just see what is gonna happen, because it's not clean. It's just see, look at that for mark making. You don't know what's going on. I love it. It's starting to walk, flow, call it what you want. Oh my goodness. Now, as they say in Afrikaans, die gala is aan. It means now I'm starting to play and starting to enjoy and starting to see what's gonna happen here. Let me just clean it on the leaves. I'm cleaning my black palette knife. Now I'm going for the yellow. Oopsie. Absolutely love this. This is moving here. Oh, it's moving. I see it's moving. I'm gonna let it move. Then I'm gonna go over this one that I really don't like a lot. Let's just see what's gonna happen here. So with your jelly plate, now that is the leaf that was sitting there. Look, it's just marks. It is just ordinary marks, and whatever it is, whatever you want it to be. Now you can add some paint and you can add flowers and you can, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna randomly with my palette knife very loosely make some flowers here. Put a little bit of orange with. Oh, it looks like roses. I hope you can kind of see. Sorry. I'm gonna go for just the green. That's it. Don't think, just play, just go for it. I'm gonna go for one of these. Okay, I'm first going to spray it. I want it a little bit more watery. Then I'm gonna take this paper again and let me see what's gonna happen. Whoopsie! Very interesting what's gonna happen. I didn't. It moved. Look at that. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? I mean, really, my hand slipped. I kind of pushed it, and there I have the most beautiful flower. So I'm still going with this. I am still going. I am now just going to put a little bit of yellow in the middle. And let's just see. And some yellow here. I am now just playing. I don't know what this is going to be now. I just added some yellow. And now I am going to, let's see. Will I take this one? Ugh, why not? Why not? You see, this is what the Gelli Plate does. It makes you play. You just start to play. And one thing leads to the next, and it's just voila. Isn't this just precious for words? I mean, that is what I love the Gelli Plate. I am going to, there's a little bit of music sheet that actually has very little on top. I'm gonna put this on and just see where this is going. Oh, now I'm just gonna make marks on the back of this thing as well. Look at that. Okay, okie dokie. I mean, I really hope you are still here because the video is now very, very long. But now I am starting to have fun. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab?